What's up guys? We published a video about the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 about a month ago on our channel Tech Brothers, and as a video about the Huawei Band 10 came out even earlier, 2 months ago. Some of you are probably already using one of these fitness trackers, but many people are still asking which one is better. Today we will compare the 2025 Xiaomi and the Huawei bracelets side by side and decide once and for all which one is better. However, you should understand that this is my opinion and you may have a different one. You are always welcome to discuss this in the comments. I will try to make this comparison as detailed as possible, so let's start with unboxing. I have the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 and the Huawei Band 10 in global versions. Pay attention to this, because they have some different functions from the Chinese ones. As you understand, this is not the first time I have unpacked them, because we have already made separate video reviews of these bracelets. The package contents are the same, such as user manuals, magnetic charging cables, and the fitness trackers themselves. So I have the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 and Huawei Band 10 in black color, but the Huawei fitness tracker comes with a polymer case, while the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 has an aluminum alloy frame. However, the Huawei Band 10 is also available with a metal frame. In general, you can buy the Huawei fitness tracker in black or pink color and polymer case, as well as matte black, white, green, blue, purple, and aluminum alloy case. As for the Xiaomi Smart Band 10, it is only available with an aluminum body and in black, silver or pink color. There is also a special ceramic version in white. So the Huawei Band 10 has more color options, namely additional green, blue and purple. On the other hand, it seems that the Huawei fitness tracker only supports silicone straps, while the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 has many other straps made of different materials such as silk, knitted, leather, metal, magnetic, and even a pearl chain pendant. As for the strap attachment, it is the same on the Xiaomi and Huawei bracelets. It is called a quick release because you just need to press the button and pull the strap to remove it. You know, I was wrong when I said that the Huawei bracelet has a silicone strap. In fact, it is made of FKM or fluoroelastomer. In my opinion, it is more flexible and pleasant than the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 strap, which is made of TPU or a thermoplastic polyurethane. In addition, the Huawei strap has a buckle, and this is its main advantage. I know many stories of people losing their Xiaomi Smart Bands while doing sports. This is unlikely to happen to you when using the Huawei Band 10. The rear panels of these fitness trackers have health tracking sensors and magnetic charging pins. By the way, the sensors are even similar, so we will compare heart rate, SpO2 and other measurements later in this video. The next major difference and advantage of the Huawei Band 10 is the physical button on the side. You can use it to wake up the screen, open the app list and return to the home screen. However, you cannot assign a specific function to it, such as opening workout modes, a stopwatch, etc. Anyway, it is still more convenient than just the screen touch on the Xiaomi Smart Band 10. Finally, I want to tell you about the size and comfort of the Huawei and Xiaomi trackers. The dimensions of the Huawei Band 10 are 43.45 by 24.86 by 8.99 mm, while the dimensions of the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 are 46.57 by 22.54 by 10.95 mm. So the Huawei tracker is a little wider, but the Xiaomi tracker is longer. However, the main thing here is the thickness. The Huawei bracelet is noticeably thinner. You can really see it in side-by-side comparison and you can feel it on your arm. In addition, the Huawei Band 10 weighs slightly less than the Xiaomi Smart Band 10, 15 grams versus 15.95 grams. But this is hardly noticeable. So summing up the design, I prefer the Huawei Band 10 because it has more color options for the case and higher quality and more comfortable strap with a buckle, a physical side button and a slimmer and more comfortable body, which makes it more convenient for everyday use. The next important difference between the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 and Huawei Band 10 is in their screens and not just their shape. I can say right away that the Xiaomi fitness tracker is better here, because it has a larger screen with a diagonal of 1.72 inches, 212 by 520 pixels resolution, but most importantly 1500 nits brightness. As for the Huawei Band 10, it has a 1.47-inch display with 194 by 368 pixels resolution. You know, the brightness of the Huawei fitness tracker is not officially stated, but they say it has not changed from the previous generation and it is 500 nits. We can really see that the display of the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 is brighter than the Huawei Band 10. On the other hand, they both have ambient light sensors and support automatic screen brightness. The Xiaomi and Huawei fitness trackers have AMOLED panels with always-on display support. So because of the larger screen with higher resolution and brightness, this time I will choose the Xiaomi Smart Band 10. Okay, now let's talk about functions. You know, I'm not going to compare each function on the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 and Huawei Band 10. But you should know that the Xiaomi fitness tracker runs on HyperOS 2.0, while the Huawei bracelet runs on HarmonyOS 5.0. This is completely different operating systems with different interfaces. However, they both have widgets, notifications, quick settings menus, full settings menus, and app lists. You know, I counted the number of apps in each fitness tracker, and the Huawei Band 10 has 19. While the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 has 26. The unique features of the Xiaomi fitness bracelet are running courses, events, tasks, focus, and compass. The Huawei Band 10 doesn't have these or similar functions. Overall, I prefer the interface and functions in the Xiaomi Smart Band 10. In addition, the Xiaomi Smart Band even has games. They are very simple, and you probably will not play them very often, but still, the Huawei Band 10 doesn't have any games. I also saw on the official website that the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 can be used as a smart hub to control your earphones, smartphone and pad. But for this, you need to use Xiaomi devices, which I don't have at the moment. By the way, in the shorts video, I showed that you can send quick replies to phone calls on the Xiaomi Smart Band 10. You can do the same on the Huawei Band 10, but only with Android device connected. So I choose the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 for its range of functions. Now let's talk a little about sports features of the Xiaomi and Huawei fitness trackers. First, let's measure heart rate and SpO2. As you can see, they have almost the same BPM, around 70. As for SpO2, it is 98% on the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 and 99% on the Huawei Band 10. I think this is not a significant difference. So the heart rate and SpO2 sensors on the Xiaomi and Huawei fitness trackers are very similar. When it comes to the workout modes, the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 has over 150, while the Huawei Band 10 has around 100. However, I don't think you will actually use all of them. The basic sports modes are the same for both, such as walking, outdoor running, indoor running, cycling, jump rope, and pool swimming. By the way, they have 5 ATM water resistance, so you can use them in the pool. Now I want to start walking mode. Go for a walk outside and check which fitness tracker counts steps and distance more accurate. As you know, both the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 and Huawei Band 10 do not have built-in GPS, and I will disconnect them from the connected phone so that they do not use GPS from it. My iPhone will use GPS for navigation, so it will provide the most accurate result. So after a 20-minute walk, we have 1.6 kilometers and 1998 steps on the iPhone. As for the fitness trackers, the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 shows more accurate results because it has 1.51 kilometers and 1973 steps, while the Huawei Band 10 measured a shorter distance but more steps, 1.46 kilometers and 2195 steps. My conclusion is that I would trust the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 more if I used it for step tracking. When it comes to battery, Xiaomi Smart Bands have always been known for their battery life, and the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 really lasts longer on a single charge than the Huawei Band 10. The Xiaomi fitness tracker has 21 days of battery life in a typical usage mode, 9 days in always-on display mode, and 8 days in heavy usage mode. As for the Huawei fitness tracker, it can last for a maximum of 14 days, 8 days under the heavy load, and only 3 days when always-on display mode on. But you should understand that the battery life is very individual and depends on how you use the fitness tracker. So let's summarize. At first, I liked the Huawei Band 10 better because it has more compact and lightweight design with a physical side button, as well as a higher quality strap with a buckle. I find the Huawei fitness tracker more convenient for everyday use than the Xiaomi. From the other side, the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 has much better display with a larger diagonal, higher resolution and brightness. Its HyperOS 2.0 also looks fresher and more interesting than the HarmonyOS on the Huawei Band 10. In addition, the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 has more functions than the Huawei fitness tracker, namely events, tasks, focus, compass, and some others. When it comes to the sports features, I didn't notice any significant difference in heart rate and SpO2 measurements, but the Xiaomi Smart Band 10 is better at counting distance and steps than the Huawei Band 10. Finally, the Xiaomi Smart Band has much longer battery life than the Huawei fitness tracker. So in the end, I choose the Xiaomi Smart Band 10. However, I don't understand why its screen gets bigger with each generation. I would like the screen and body to be more compact. If you need a bigger screen, buy the Pro version. Do you agree with me? Write in the comments below. Thank you for watching. See you soon!